Yo, good morning. I've been waking up at I try to wake up at 4:30 to go and do my exercise in the morning, but for some reason my body's like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, wake up, go do your exercise. Like, fuck, let me sleep. Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing that for like the past 3 weeks now. I've been waking up early as shit just to go for a walk, do some exercise routines and shit like that. It's going good so far. Welcome to Joe's Book Club for books that you most likely never gonna read, but whatever. Seriously, no, if I can actually encourage you guys to read a book, then I'm the new reading rainbow, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, I'm at a fucking point where like I just not interested in playing video games that much anymore, and I've been reading a lot, mainly like personal self-development shit like that. So that's me at the moment. And one book I have read, it's called Emotional Intelligence. This one is by Gil Hassan, whatever. Yeah, Gil Hassan or some shit. Very thin book, as you can see. It's not that much. It's under 200 pages, so it's very easy to read, and it's cool. Like that's the cool thing about this book, right? It's like it doesn't fill you with a bunch of like jargon where it's actually probably not gonna understand. It's just more straight to the point. It's simple. It's very easy to read, right? So in that regards, I think it is a good book, right? Obviously, if you're more interested in the topic, then you dig more into it, right, and get more advanced books, right? But for the time being, something like this small, it's easy to read. Now, the reason why I got this book is basically, actually, my girlfriend had this book, and I said I wanted to get like a book about emotional intelligence because I finished reading this fucking thing. Don't fuck yourself. It was more about learning to get out of your head and not live in a constant loop in your head about like shit that you're not happy about, and learn to reprogram your brain, and then fucking just get the fuck out of your head and live your life, right? Because you're the one that's holding yourself back, right? Even though I may not seem like there are moments where I do have like anger issues, and it just when I lose my shit, right? And the reason is I got this book, I wanted to understand more about, I guess, emotions and all that other shit, right? Well, it turns out there's more deeper reasons for my anger issues, right? But I'm not gonna get into that. But the reason why I wanted to read this book is basically because I wanted to understand more about I guess how to control yourself, and depending on the situation you're in. And actually, that's what this book is about. It's very the first half of the book basically does go into detail about basically how the body, the mind, the emotions, what goes on in particular in your mind when something is triggering your emotions, right? Say fear, anger, so on and so forth. There's a process, right? You get a thought goes into emotions goes into action, and action goes into there was something else I forgot. Fuck. There are particular parts of the brain that gets activated for safety reasons, right? Obviously, if you're walking down the street and then a car is going towards you, you don't stop and think and analyze, oh, I need to move the fuck out of the way. By the time you finish your thought, you're gonna get hit. Something gets activated in your brain for you to jump out of the way. It's like a natural thing that your brain has to activate itself, right? Same thing can go with emotions, right? However, the thing is that with this book, it basically does help you understand why you're feeling the way you do depending on the situation, and also to give you a moment, a chance to realize what's going on. That way you don't act out in a very unreasonable manner. Say with anger, if you know yourself, if you understand your triggers, if you understand what makes you pissed and all that shit, that's basically emotional intelligence, right? You're able to control yourself before you do something fucking stupid you're gonna regret later, right? So the book kind of goes into details about that, and the first half of the book is almost like science in the sense of what's going on in your brain when certain things happen, right? It goes into details about anger, frustration, jealousy, and all that stuff. But the cool thing about this book is that it shows you that basically every emotion, no matter how negative it may feel at the moment, it's a good thing, right? Say anger. I mean, yeah, obviously anger is bad, but there's a reason for it. There's a fucking boundary that you develop from yourself, and if it gets crossed, then you get pissed off, right? Because you're like, no, fuck you, that's not cool, right? So basically it says that, that's a good thing, but the problem is when you don't fully understand yourself and how you react, that you fucking, could cause more damage with your anger, right? So if you're the type of person that explodes easily, and if you know that, you gotta learn to basically say, hey, you know what, I'm pissed off. Give me a moment, I'm gonna walk around and I'll come back. And then you talk, right? And then you talk in a manner where it's you know what, I don't like this, so on and so forth, right? So basically that's what they're talking about. I guess anxiety, they brought up anxiety also, right? Obviously people don't like to feel anxious, but the good thing about anxiety is basically it's something that, say they bring up an example of a test, right? You have anxiety about doing a test at college. So because of you have anxiety, it's on your head. It makes you focus on what you need to get done in order for you to have less anxiety about the test. In other words, you study more, You know, you practice, you go over your flashcards, you get to a point where you're more comfortable to know the answers. That way, when the day comes for you to do your exam at school or whatever, you're not as anxious anymore because you fucking were anxious enough to study enough so you can calm down more, right? It's almost like a preparation. Same thing with jealousy, you know, even though jealousy can be bad, but it's almost like something you can focus on, be like, ooh, something's missing in my life. I want that, you know, I want that thing, right? Now, see, there's like the bad jealousy where you can lash out, be like, yeah, fuck that guy. But there's the good jealousy where it's like, oh, I want more of that. So you need to focus more on yourself to achieve whatever it is that you're jealous about, right? Whether it's a new car, new house, or whatever, you know. So yeah, it kind of goes into details about like the importance of emotions. It's good. It's healthy, right? It's just that people don't know how to deal with it, so they associate it with being something bad. You know, oh, you're jealous, motherfucker. You know, oh, you have envy. You know, it's like they're natural emotions that do have a purpose, right? But if you don't understand them or their function, then they can fucking lead you to do like some bad shit, you know, or maybe down a rabbit hole, right? Say like jealousy, you know. Like I said, you know, jealousy could be good in the sense that it makes you realize that there's something missing in your life that you want. So you can focus more to achieve that, right? So that's a good thing. But if you're the jealousy where you just get stuck in your head that you're jealous about some other person, and rather than improving yourself to achieve what the other person has achieved, then you start just focusing on hating that guy or girl, whatever. And then like, you know, that's where, you know, things get bad. Goes from bad to worse, right? I don't know. Then like the last half of the book is basically, it goes into like examples of like how to like, you know, control yourself if you're in a situation where you're angry or scared or whatever. You know, if you're in a situation you're not comfortable, you have like the control to control yourself emotionally, right? If something pisses you off or you know if you're being pissed off, then you have the control to either like get up and go and leave the situation, or, you know, say something at the moment in a manner that is not combative, and then, you know, you have control. It's basically what the book is about, emotional intelligence. It's basically, you know, understanding that like, you know, each emotion has a fucking purpose, but you'll also have control of the outcome, right? So I don't know, it's a good book. It's simple, like I said, it's not bad. Emotional intelligence, if you are a person that maybe suffer with like anxiety a lot, or you suffer with jealousy or anger issues and all that shit, I say go for it. You read the book. I mean, you don't have to get this book. You can just go online and fucking look up about it, right? But I mean, if you're the type that, you know, you like to hold a piece of paper and go to the beach and read, you know, I think it's a good book to read. So anyways, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Peace.